I'm going to have to keep a super close eye on things to make sure that we are good to go. I'm working on getting the Tivatar back, but that is less crucial to the other stuff. So, hello, Oscar. All right. Are we good? Are you guys here? Can you hear me? There's our little friend. Look at him.
Gotta say, love that you still have Link throwing it back.
Oh, yeah, I might take that off, actually. Thank you. I think I'm going to take that off while we're doing this today. That feels inappropriate. All right. Okay. So, taking names for the little guy. They named him the Predator. I don't like that. This is...
I don't either. Like, the Titanic suffered enough.
Hello. This is... very scary. Oh my god.
I'm here.
This is very scary.
Great. The plaque we're placing is in the Predator's inventory. You can access it through the menu.
Oh, how do I open the menu?
You can open the menu by pressing and releasing the info button. While in the menu, you can check your map and mission log and access the inventory. To interact with items in the inventory, use the laser pointer to highlight the item and left click to select.
Okay, I'll place the plaque down on top of the flashing beacon. I'll take a photograph with the onboard camera for the society.
Great idea. They'll appreciate that. You can access the camera through the ROV inventory. Open up the menu again and select the camera icon from the inventory
I'll head back
screen.
to Sedna.
No need. Just press the escape key. This is the return button. Now you're back in the sub. Recall the ROV by pressing the button next to the ROV goggles. It's above you on the right.
Where to now?
Oh.
Hull breach on E-deck.
Hi,
I
Mitch.
marked
Hey,
it on your
Queero.
map.
Welcome back.
We're heading for his cabin, right?
That's right. Eyewitness testimony said Henderson kept a journal. It should tell us more about his activities on the final night.
I presume I'm looking for some kind of trunk.
We have some good names.
Henderson had a briefcase listed on the manifest. With any luck, it's still in his room.
Synadit? No. I like Bubbles.
Tiny Bubble.
Tiny Bubbles is cute.
Hannah also had a good punny one.
Titan Nick.
Yeah. She doesn't, Mitch. She's not actually playing in VR. The game is Titanic VR, and there is a non-VR mode, which I think is interesting.
That's the crow's nest. That's where they saw it.
Dr. Lynch,
Yeah?
Okay.
why are we doing this?
$45,000 a day at sea.
No, I know, but that just about covers the costs of the expedition. I meant, like, why are we taking this job in particular?
Well, put it this way. Why do you think she hired us?
Because we're academics?
Yes, but more specifically, we respect the history. It would have been cheaper for our sponsor to just hire a salvage team.
And why do you agree to take it?
Funding like this comes once in a blue moon, and I wanted to see her up close.
Also, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be down there by himself. I think that
Yeah.
that's not really...
They usually do. They do 2 at a time, right?
Yeah, you have somebody kind of navigating and then...
Yeah. How you doing?
Oh, she's so cool and so scary. Oh, that's where we're going?
I will say I liked the touch about the plaques because if you have seen footage, there is that spot on the bridge in real life, and it's got so many fucking plaques on it, and they're just all in a row. T has once again physically recoiled from the screen. This particular image is apparently a bad time.
Yeah, so they oh, that's even worse. They have all these plaques, and a lot of times it's like either the people who are funding the expedition or their plaques paid for by family members, like that are brought down. All right, the Tivatar is back. There we go. Oh.
This breach is from the impact with the ocean floor. Anything in here is going to be messy.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
It's towards the top of the breach. Look for the flashing beacon. Yep. I really hope his briefcase is there.
Oh my god.
Ah, I found a briefcase. I just need to pick it up by holding down either the left or the right mouse button to interact. WJH. I think this is it.
Well, that's lucky. Are you going to open it?
No, not here. Assuming there's anything intact in there, it'll start degrading as soon as I open the case. I'll have to bring it back to the lab before we can take a peek.
That's true. That is
okay,
fully a true thing.
Storage then. Just open and close the menu again by pressing and releasing the info button. The briefcase will appear. Let's get you to the surface. Activate the autopilot and get comfortable.
What's the autopilot?
All right. I'll see you in about 2 hours.
So yeah, when people bring things up that have been in the water, as soon as it hits the air, it starts degrading. So that's actually very true. And in fact, when they have found like ships and things that are intact, or like when they found the Hunley, for instance, they had to like take it out of the water, bring it to wherever they were going to be, and then submerge it again, because you have to like find a way to keep it from degrading. It's very, very, very intense. Hi.
Is that our navigator friend?
I don't know. What am I? Oh, interact. Left click.
Left click, left stomp. Right click, right stomp. Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
Hi. It would be very helpful if you would tell me what I'm doing. 'Cause what am I doing? Hold. Okay. But I'm on. Oh. That sample container. Oh, am I?
Whoa.
Okay.
Looks to be in good condition.
Let's get this cleaned up. The bone hair clean. I'll need to wash the salt out quickly before it crystallizes and the bone starts to crumble.
Oh.
It's ready for drying in the acetone bath.
Are we doing things one at a time, or? I wonder if there's a way to fuck up. Like, can you ruin an artifact?
What do I? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a tutorial right here. Okay. Place the comb in acetone. Okay, got it. Okay. Desalinate the journal. Got it.
We're on a 30 consecutive watch streak.
Quirrell! Thank you. I appreciate you. Treat it with fungicide.
And I was wondering if part of the reason that things start to like degrade so fast is because of the pressure differential.
It might be, but it's also, I think, like the air itself.
Just the not having been exposed to oxygen.
Yeah, I think kind of. Also, true story, they have found journals down there that are still legible. They found a journal of a young man.
That's the wildest thing.
They found, we might watch this later, but they found a video of a young man who had just finished school for like the year. And so he had his journal where he had been practicing like cursive, practicing writing his name. Like, it's wild. It's wild stuff. Read, turn the journal page. Okay, but I want to like look at it. Can I?
Looks like a receipt for a telegraph sent on the night of April 14th.
That's strange. I haven't found any reference to one being sent. I wonder what it said.
We can check with our sponsor when she calls. We could also search the first-class purser's office tomorrow. See if we can find the record book. Passengers placed and paid for their telegraph messages at the purser's office, and the record book would give us confirmation if a telegraph message was organized.
We could also check the Marconi room to check if the message survived. Telegraphs were put into canisters before being sent through the pneumatic tubes, and it's possible the canister. Here's our sponsor. We can tell her the news.
That was
Hi,
abrupt.
team.
That was very
How are you
jarring.
both?
Hi, Jillian. We're doing great.
We've just finished cleaning the artifacts we found today. We managed to access Henderson's. Silver doesn't look great after being in the ocean. This
Wonderful.
tobacco tin is covered. Inside, we found his journal, a few personal items still in good condition. One interesting item is a receipt for a telegraph sent on the night of the sinking.
Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know William sent a message.
That's what we thought.
It's possible it wasn't sent, and that it's still in either the purser's office or the Marconi room. We're thinking our next dive should be to explore these rooms.
I know teams have searched the Marconi room before.
Oh.
I didn't think the purser's office was accessible.
Yeah, up till now it's been off limits due to the size of ROVs, but ours is small enough to access.
Oxidation,
We're
yeah.
hoping we might find the purser's record book with the message listed.
As for the Marconi room, other dives have shown most of the furniture is deteriorated, but the telegraph canisters might have survived.
Sounds plausible. Let me know if you find anything. I'd love to see the message he sent. I've only the letters from Southampton.
I noticed something odd in his journal. On the 14th, he mentions carrying some special package, but I'm sure he didn't have anything reported in the manifest. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Well, in his last letter, he wrote about returning home with a present for my great-grandmother. I'll do a bit of research on my end. I can check over the manifests again to see if we missed anything.
Great, we'll let you know if we find anything tomorrow. I'm sending over photos of the items we found today.
Thanks, I really appreciate the regular updates. It's making writing much easier. We'll talk again soon.
Well, shall we call it a day?
Not quite. Jillian
come
was
up
kind
great.
enough to order in a stronger transmitter for our ROV. We'll need to fit it before the dive tomorrow. Otherwise, we won't be able to reach the purser's office.
I'll get on it now then.
It's waiting for you over there.
Thanks.
But I have other.
These banknotes are delicate, and we'll need a good rinsing in the desalination bath. Then we can treat them in the fungicide to keep them clean before freeze drying them.
Acetone? I don't know.
I need to replace the transmitter in the ROV with the one on the table next to it. The instructions for replacement are on the posters behind the ROV rack, and I can access the lower sections of the ROV.
She's all ready to go for tomorrow.
Cool. I'll see you in the morning then.
No, I need to freeze dry the money! No! This is a little frustrating.
Radio check, Wilson.
Coming in nice and clear, Dr. Lynch.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. First up is the purser's office on C deck, correct?
Correct. To access it, you'll need to head down through the hole where the forward grand staircase was. I'll mark it on your map.
The C deck is pretty compressed from what I've heard.
Yeah, the impact with the sea floor bent most of the supporting pillars, so they're struggling with the weight of the floors above.
With the rate of decay increasing, it won't be long before it all collapses. I'm glad we've had a chance to come down here and see it for ourselves before all this becomes inaccessible.
Okay.
I'm genuinely sad that you don't have face cam right now, because the real journey is happening on your
Past me,
face.
And all of a sudden she lifted up quickly, and you could hear everything crashing through her. Everything that was movable was going through her. And then she went down and seemed to come up again. So I thought, well, now I'm going to leave. And I was hanging on to a board. We had two boards, starboard and port, which said, keep clear of propeller blades. And I was hanging on to one of these, and I was getting higher and higher in the air. And I thought, well, Now I'll go, and I dropped in. I had a lifeboat on, and I hit the water with a terrific crack. Luckily, I didn't hit anything when I dropped in. There were bodies all over the place. And then I looked up at the Titanic. So the propellers were right out of water, the rudder was right out, and I could see the bottom. And then gradually she glided away, and that was that. That was the last of the Titanic. I didn't want to die. I mean, I didn't see much chance of living, but I was gradually getting frozen up. And by the grace of God, I came across a lifeboat, and they pulled me in.
That's really sad.
Well, but he made it, so.
Yeah, he did. Just like hearing him talk about like the trauma of going through that and seeing bodies everywhere and all that. It's just that's. Oh my God. This is.
You'll need to be careful of debris when descending with the Predator. It might make it easier if you position yourself so the lights shine down the void.
Good idea. Deploying Predator. Starting to descend.
T, tell us how you're feeling about going down into the hole and to the sea deck. They can't see you, so you have to narrate your experiences.
Okay. Well, this is going to be what Katie and I affectionately call a bad time. This is kind of a nightmare scenario. You know what? I think I need to move her forward a little. Let's try that.
Is it going to give you more light if you do that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, it did.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was going to work.
Okay. Just. That's worse somehow. That's no.
What are we looking at? That's a rusticle. I can tell you that's a rusticle.
That is a rusticle.
Which is what?
A rust eating barnacle.
Yeah. That's a fish. What else are we looking at? I don't understand where we are.
This is where the grand staircase was. See, so you can kind of.
Here we are.
This is so
Great.
scary.
The purser's office and inquiry desk are on the starboard side. You'll need to go over the desk to get into the side room.
So you can kind of see this is like where the stairs came down, and then here and here is where they came from. So they came down in like a Y.
Oh.
Yeah. Where am I? Can I? Oh boy. Oh. Hang on. I need. Okay. I wish it had a marker where I was going. Oh, I'm going this way. Okay, I see. Holy shit. Oh. This is real, by the way. There are chandeliers that are still hanging down there. This is like not... Yeah. Oh my god. I want to cry. Just... I think I'm down a level too far, maybe.
What are we're looking for the bursar's office?
Yeah.
Because we might find more about the telegram there.
Yeah.
Telegram, telegraph.
Telegram. I think. I think I went too far. I think I need to be up one level. But it's hard to tell. Oh. Oh my god. Okay.
Right, I'm here.
The office is to the left as you enter. Be careful. This area hasn't been explored before. We don't know what we'll find in here.
To think the last person in this room would have been Chief Purser McElroy.
The record book would have been kept in a leather pouch.
But yeah, so all of these rusticles are what is eating away at the Titanic. They're the reason that it is decaying so much, and why there is so much discussion about, do we need to be taking things and preserving them, like, you know, or do we just let it kind of do its own thing, you know?
I don't see it here.
Maybe try the safe back out in the inquiry office.
The doors are rusted shut.
I think
Can
so.
Check inside.
Is the pouch among the debris?
No, I can't see the leather pouch anywhere. We might be out of luck.
That's a shame.
We'll have to hope the Marconi room gives us some answers.
Were you
While we're
responding
here,
to Ty
we
just
should
now?
collect a sample of the rust on the safe doors. NCPA regularly check for new species of bacteria living in rusticles, and I'm sure they'll want a sample of this.
I'll take a photograph of the scene too. They'll need to see the rusticle formations as well. Done. We'd better move on to the Marconi room.
I'll mark it on your map. You'll need to head back to the sub to get there.
Yeah, as far as, I mean, like, I don't know that for sure that this is 1-to-1, but as far as, like, all of the video evidence that I've seen.
Which is more than most normal people.
Yeah, which is extensive. I think, yeah, that this looks about right to me.
The Marconi room isn't too far from here, just between the first funnel and your current position.
How do I get in?
Either through the skylight or the corridors. Up to you which you feel is safer.
Right, I don't want to damage the wreck. Or the ROV.
Okay.
So where are you? What are you trying to do right now? Where are you trying to go?
So now I'm trying to go to the Marconi office, which is the Marconi office is where the wireless transmitters worked until they could no longer stay at their post to send frantic messages to the Carpathia and to anyone who was around. So that is where we are going. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, there really isn't much left here, is there?
No, not really. Most of the furniture was wood, so it's almost all deteriorated.
There's a lot of debris on the ground, and a few broken canisters.
This, by the way, is so not kosher. You don't just... Yeah, so one of the things about...
Finish your original thought.
Sorry, yeah, this is not kosher. You can't just, like, go take stuff from here. That's not... Like, there is a company, I think they're called, like, Titanic Inc., that owns the wreck site. They have the rights to the wreck site. And even they, I don't think, can just take stuff. I think that you have to, like... Yeah, I think you have to get permission from, like, the government. Like, I don't think you can just take stuff. But my other thing that I was going to say is that one of the things at Titanic's wreck that you will find a lot of is shoes. You won't find, like, a lot of other clothing necessarily, but you find shoes. And James Cameron has talked about specifically how you find pairs of shoes, because they're treated with tannin, which stops them from degrading. And so, like, that is the most human thing that you see at the wreck, is you see all of these shoes everywhere. So this is, like, that's emotional, you know? Oh, man, I hope we get to go see the boilers. Okay. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Oof. The thing that's hard about the Edmund Fitzgerald is that, like, not a ton is known about it because it's
all right, heading back up.
Really hard to get to. And, like there is a lot known about it, but there isn't, you know, like how it happened, like, yeah. And yeah, it's the Edmund Fitzgerald is also, like, because it's so recent, is protected very fiercely by the family members of the crew. Like, nobody, the person who found it took all of this video. And the thing about it is the Great Lakes, in Lake Superior in particular, are so cold that the bodies of the crew are still there. Because, like, it, like, coats the bodies in this stuff that keeps them from degrading. And so when they found it, there were all of these pictures of the crew, and the families were rip shit. They were so mad.
As they should be.
Yeah. So
like, that's not okay to just...
No. And those pictures have never, to my knowledge, have not been distributed. Like, nobody has them. And, like, wrecks, like, dives down to there. I think the family has basically said, we don't want that at all, ever. Please don't do that. It's very, very sad. Okay.
Hello? The fridge is haunted.
Okay. What am I doing, folks? Why can't I? I can't, like, click on this. Yeah, I can't click on any of these things. Why? All right, I'm gonna, oh, I can't even, like, hello? I, like, can't click on anything. And hitting escape does not give me...
What happens when you hover over the...
Over what?
Well, there was the door that looked like... I thought I saw something highlight. Never mind.
I kind of think I need to back out and come back in, but I can't, figure out how to do that. Hello? This is very, very frustrating. Because I can't even exit the game. Like... Yeah, I guess. Try again. It should have, would be my guess. Where are we? Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Remember when I put my phone in front of PubCam? dives. Wait, there's multiple dives? I don't understand how this works.
Yeah, so I think this is where we are.
These brass canisters will need a good scrub in fresh water. They'll stop them from oxidizing when they dry. I'm surprised these paper messages survived. They'll need to be soaked in the desal bath and then in the fungicide tub. Ready for freeze drying.
Thing's scary. Yeah, I guess we just needed to restart.
Transferred to Titanic. Fine ship, fine weather. Arrive Wednesday with special delivery. Love will transferred to
He mentions
Titanic.
the packaging.
Fine ship,
Maybe
fine
he
weather.
really did have
Arrive
something
Wednesday
stored in
with
the
special
cargo hold.
delivery. Love. Nothing was listed
He
on the
mentions
manifest.
the package again. A lot of things weren't.
He could have been referring to anything though. It might have been. Nothing was listed on the manifest.
A lot of things weren't. We can still
He
search
could have
the
been
cargo
referring
hold
to
at the
anything.
start.
It might have been. Yeah, we'll check it out next dive.
Well,
We can still search the cargo hold as a start.
Right on time.
I'd say
Yeah,
this
let's
game
check
is
it
not
out next
without
dive.
Hey, Gillian.
glitches.
We recovered the message from the Marconi room, but it doesn't really give us any new information.
That's still great news. I daren't have hoped you'd find it. What does
I
it
daren't
say?
have.
We're sending you through a photo of the message now.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for Gillian Vandeveer's
Ah,
villain
It adds
turn.
another layer to the story, doesn't it?
He must have thought himself lucky to have been transferred to Titanic.
The coal strike meant many people were upgraded to Titanic.
Such tragedy.
William refers to a delivery. in
Such
this message,
tragedy.
So we're assuming he may have kept something in the cargo hold. We're planning to head down there next dive to check it out. Depending on what it was, there's a chance it survived.
Did you find anything we missed in the cargo manifests?
No, but I've been doing a bit of extra sleuthing. I found out that there was a registered parcel traveling on the Titanic with a Mr. W.J. Henderson's name on it. Is it possible that the gift was traveling as mail and not cargo?
Yeah, that's a possibility. They could have also been two separate packages. The only way to know would be to check both rooms.
The mailroom used to be off limits, but we can access it through a new hole in the cargo hold wall. Our ROV will need another transmitter upgrade to delve that deep, though, and a longer lasting battery.
That's not an issue, Doctor.
Do you have any idea of the size of the parcel? What's inside it?
No. Could have been anything, really. The registered weight suggests something small, and Mary liked delicate things. Maybe something French? She loved southern France.
Could it have been a religious gift? I read the Hendersons were very involved in their local church.
Yes, definitely. In fact, I'm surprised William's Bible wasn't in the suitcase you recovered. He was known to carry it everywhere.
Maybe he had it with him during the sinking.
Perhaps. There are mixed reports about his final moments, unfortunately. I'm not sure we'll ever find out what really happened.
Well, we'll try our best to find out. Hopefully we can learn more about him from the next dive.
I do hope so. I want to tell my great-grandfather's story accurately in this biography.
We'll speak again tomorrow, after the dive.
Yes, thank you. Talk to you then.
Right. We better get those upgrades for Predator sorted then.
I'll get on it now.
So I guess that's the whole thing is that
Is that
come on, man. Is that she's trying to write a book and is trying to like
find out more about
Good
her
to go.
ancestor?
yeah, exactly. And so we're down here helping her like find stuff, which again, not how this works. You can't just like go down to Titanic and start pulling stuff.
Signal is great, Dr. Lynch.
All right.
I'm just
There's like a
marking
lot of
the cargo
governmental
on your
hoops you gotta
map.
go through,
You can
but
access it from the number 2 hatch on the forward well deck.
I'll make my way to the hatch and deploy Predator.
I do wonder. I guess Maybe the Coast Guard?
I remember it all very clearly from the moment that my father wakened me, because of course I was in bed asleep, until I saw that ship sink, and afterwards when I heard the people around. I remember it all vividly.
Do you remember the panic, the fright? Were you panicked and frightened, or did you kind of, being 7 years of age, not really take it all in?
Oh no, I took it all in, but so the panic started, of course, after the all too few lifeboats had gone, and people were coming up on deck hoping to get into a lifeboat, and there weren't any boats for them. That's when the panic started, which we could hear when we were in the lifeboat.
I suppose as a very young person, you could see adults panicking and
Oh,
screaming.
yes,
Must have
indeed.
been absolutely
Dreadful,
horrific.
dreadful.
And your father went down with the ship.
Yes, he did.
Your mother, however, was
She
spared
was saved
with you.
with me, yes, that's right.
And I hate to drag it up, but do you remember going away in one of the dinghies and looking back at the ship?
I do indeed, yes. Very clearly, and to this day I hate looking at pictures of ships.
No. What were you saying, Lovey? I can also turn the game volume up if you guys need me to. Just let me know.
Oh, well, you were talking about that, that's not how that works. You can't just go. You can't just start doing things. And I was, look, this is bad, and I need to be very clear. I'm not advocating for this. But I was thinking, well, who's going to stop you? And I guess the answer is the Coast Guard.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But, well, my thing is, it's in the middle of, it's not just that it's, it's in the middle of the ocean. It's not near other things. So, I guess it's, you could go and...
It might be a good idea to shine your sublights down the void again.
Heading down now.
There will be a lot of debris down there.
And I mean, the Coast Guard's in, communication with different boats, and I guess they'd, call you out on, hey, why are you over there? There's no reason for you to be, unless you're being, nefarious with, America's, favorite, tragic boat.
Yeah, and I think that that's the thing, is, I think you don't get to go over there without being noticed.
Yeah, because I was like, well, it's not like they don't have a bouncer stationed up top. Nobody, who's going to stop you? And then I was like, the Coast Guard. Close. The Coast Guard's going to fucking stop you.
Yeah, they will.
They're going to be actually, no.
Oh, boy.
You were right about the debris.
The cargo crates and barrels in here have almost all disintegrated.
I didn't realize it was carrying so much cargo. Surely this wasn't all just for passengers.
No, most of this was produce and commercial goods being shipped to the United States, along with the passenger cargo.
I'll have a look around here before moving on to the mailroom. See if I can find anything related to Henderson.
Wow.
Coast Guard mom at the store. Put it back. We're not getting it.
Yep. Pretty much.
What does Kylie say when gifted an underwater aquatic vehicle?
I don't know.
Is this a joke? I don't know, what the... I'm trying to think, is there a punchline?
Also, I think it's the kind of thing where... Oh, that's ominous. If you're building a submersible... So, here's the thing. To build a submersible capable of taking you down here is millions of dollars. Just so ungodly much money that my guess is people notice when you're building,
That's probably true.
It's not really a secret. People are gonna know. Also, the Titanic community, the people who work
Yeah.
like, and maintain and all of this stuff. Like, they're gonna find out. Like, maybe there's been some unauthorized whatever, but like,
What I'm hearing is we can't do a heist.
no.
I would watch a movie about someone trying to do a heist, though.
I'm kind of lost. No, okay, this is this is the way.
Would you watch that movie, T?
The heist, the Titanic heist.
Yeah, if people were people were trying to do a heist and they were just like sneaking out into the middle of the open ocean.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, because here's the thing: people like, I'm sure if people could, they would. Like, I mean,
Yeah, no, I know.
you could sell stuff like this on the black market for so much money. Because there's really only a limited amount of things that we have brought up.
Right.
Right. So like, and all the things that have been brought up presumably are like incredibly carefully cataloged.
Hi, Chris.
Like, there's nothing up here that's like
I can't see anything useful here. If you did have a
surprising.
package, it looks to be long gone.
Let's check out the mail room then.
Where's the access point again?
It's in the side of the wall towards the back of the room. You'll see the metal has deteriorated there.
You mean the place I was
Some areas are
just
decaying faster than others.
the place I just was.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. We have a request from a conservation group to photograph the opening so the decay can be monitored.
No problem.
Hi, Chris.
Orca says you could just try to swim down there and see how far you get.
You know, you fully could. My dumb stepdad's drowning in a submarine. I'm rocking at the blink show. I'm gonna get his money. Here's the other thing is
Done.
like,
I'm through to the mailroom.
Deck plans show there is a parcel room to the right of the mail room, near the stairs.
Baby,
what?
we missed the punchline. Oscar, what does Kylie say when gifted an underwater aquatic vehicle? Hey, thanks for the sub.
Wait, that's so fucking good.
Oscar, I'm real sorry. I didn't read that
Oh my
immediately.
God.
That was really smooth.
That's really funny.
Even the
so
mail sacks look
good.
to be in decent condition.
The deeper you get into the ship,
can't see
the more
anything here.
protected everything is. Try the bags near the stairs. There should be some sacks of registered mail destined for New York there.
Here we go. Found the New York bags.
Can you see Henderson's name on any packages?
Found one for a W.J. Henderson. I think this is it. The packaging isn't in great condition, but the contents look okay.
I can't believe we found it. Is there anything else there with his name on it?
I can't see anything else. I'll make my way up now.
Great. See you soon.
Yeah, so hang on, backtracking. I meant to tell you guys this way sooner. Katie, I don't know if you want to Google this just to verify that what I'm saying is true.
Oh,
but the way that Bob Ballard found this wreck is wild.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say.
So Ballard and his team were, I think they were like mapping something. They were doing something. It was for the government. It was like, I don't know if it was for like FBI or the CIA or like it was something for the United States government. And they finished that job early. And so, you know, everyone was looking for Titanic. I mean, not like no one had the means to, but like everyone, you know, nobody knew where it was. Everyone, we had approximate coordinates. So, but he had like studied historical record.
I have some information for you.
Okay.
So the initial mission that they were there for was a secret mission to find the wrecks of 2 nuclear submarines from the Cold War.
Yeah.
The USS Scorpion and the USS Thresher.
Yes.
That information specifically was not made public until many, many, many years. It was not made public until 2008.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
the...
Jean, I'll just get this cleaned up before our call.
Yeah, you're good.
And it was 1985.
Yeah,
that
1985.
happened.
And so
I'm surprised the packaging survived at all.
they found
Case
they
we need
found
to
what they
get
were looking for. They
soap,
finished that
soap,
mission.
EEG bath,
And then fucking cheeky Bob Ballard, they had a few days left, and he was like, I mean, we're in the vicinity. Like, let's just go look. Like, it'll be fine. We'll just go, we'll do like a cheeky look. We'll just see if we see it. And wouldn't you fucking know, he found it. So it's like, they weren't even looking for it. Like, that's not what the plan was. They just had some extra time. Yeah, exactly. I've got time to kill. I'll just go look for this, iconic lost ship. And they found it.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
True.
Luckily, glass and gold don't need much attention when recovered. Just a quick scrub to remove the dirt. That's beautiful.
Gillian will be so excited to see this perfume bottle. Her guess at it being French is correct.
Hi, Jillian.
Hello. What do you have for me today?
We made our way into the cargo hold and mail room and found William's gift. It was a small parcel in the registered mail sacks.
That's amazing. I honestly thought that it was a long shot to recover the parcel. What's inside?
It was.
A leather case containing a small glass perfume bottle. Looks like gold detailing. You were right with your suspicions. It's French.
I knew it.
I'll send through a photo.
I wish that you could, pick up the objects and examine them more.
Now that
Yeah.
this is recovered, though, I don't know where we should.
This game is very cool.
Honestly,
There's a lot I
we
think that
aren't
could be
sure either.
more.
We were hoping the
Improved,
journal
but-
and gift might give us some indication
Yeah.
of William's final movements, but we're at a dead end.
You should continue.
I believe you,
research
Oscar.
at the bow. There's still a large portion of the ship unexplored.
Yeah, we need to take advantage of this good weather.
What area should we explore next, then?
I suggest the D-deck reception area and Turkish baths.
We haven't really ventured
Turkish
into the debris
baths.
field yet either.
You can still see,
Covers
or
such
you
a large
could
area, though,
still
2
see,
by
a
5
lot of
more,
the detailing in
and
the
some
Turkish
areas are
baths.
denser in artifacts than others. It would take us years to search the entire area.
What about that mosaic imaging of the wreck completed recently? Could we identify smaller areas to search from those images?
The divers focused on mapping out the wreck itself more than the debris.
That's a real thing, by the
I
way.
heard some other diving teams have started on the surrounding areas as well.
Did you ever
I
watch
could
The
contact
Abyss?
Those dive teams to find out what they have found. They may have finished some of the denser debris areas.
It's worth a shot. Let us know what you learn.
In the meantime, we'll keep looking for clues and let you know if we find anything of interest.
Thanks. I hope to hear from you soon.
Why the D-deck reception area and Turkish baths?
They're both areas Henderson would have visited, and we have jobs from other contractors in those areas, so it's a good opportunity. 2 birds, 1 stone, you know?
Fair enough. Will we need any upgrades for this next dive?
Yeah, we need to attach some specialty equipment to Predator for these contracts. The D-deck reception is a basic photography opportunity, so that's fine. But the Turkish baths is a recovery job.
A recovery?
Another dive team was searching that area, and their tethered ROV lost communication with the submersible. They've asked us to recover their ROV for them.
Funny story
and
about
they've been kind
that.
enough to supply us with the necessary upgrades.
Do you think it'll be difficult to get out?
Not sure yet. We'll find out when we
I've
get
not
down
seen
there
that
today.
orca, but looking at
ROV
it, that
looks
looks
to
like
be
the kind of
trapped
thing that
on
I
a
would
piece
find
of pipe,
interesting.
So we need to lift the pipe and then drag it out with a hook.
What equipment have they given us?
It's sitting over there on the table next to Predator. Should be easy enough to attach it all.
I'll get onto it now, then. This flotation gear will help me rescue the downed ROV. There's an empty float bag, a tank of petroleum jelly, and an inflation tube. The flotation bag will be filled with petroleum jelly instead of air. This is because petroleum jelly floats, but it's also dense enough to endure the intense pressure at the bottom of the ocean.
Petroleum jelly floats.
This hook and rope will be useful when I rescue the downed ROV.
That tracks. Where is this going? Oh,
All
in here.
attached. She's ready
Thanks.
for tomorrow.
Get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow.
So, funny story about rescuing an ROV.
Radio check.
Crystal
Here's-
clear, Dr. Lynch.
Okay, making my way to the D-deck reception area now. I can access this through the forward grand staircase, right?
Yeah, marking it on your map now. You'll need to park off to the side of the staircase this time, leaving the opening clear.
So here's the thing about James Cameron. James Cameron is, like, weirdly, one of the foremost experts, like, on Titanic. He has done, I think he's done...
On that night of April the 14th, we all, that is, the captain and officers, knew perfectly well that we were just about entering the region where ice might be sighted at that particular time of the year.
Oh my god, wait, this is Charles Lightoller.
We were steaming that night at a good 22 knots. At 10 o'clock, I was relieved as officer of the watch by Murdoch, W.M. Murdoch. Of course, he knew nothing of the death trap lying ahead of us any more than I did. And so, 5 bells, 6 bells, and 7 bells went by. But barely 10 minutes had passed after the sound of the last bell when there were 3 sharp clangs on the crow's nest bell, followed by a cry from the lookout cage, "Ice right ahead, sir." Murdoch evidently saw the mass of ice practically at the same time as the lookout men and shouted, "Hard a starboard, full speed astern." Her bow swung a bit, but not enough, and she struck. She took the blow along her starboard side, masses of ice actually falling on the foredeck.
I have so many things in my brain that I want to be saying. But backtracking. So James Cameron has done like 30 dives to Titanic. He's not going back.
James Cameron is everyone thinks that James Cameron is a director whose like hobby is
What's with the patches of damage on the deck? I thought it would all deteriorate at the same rate.
Those sections are deteriorating faster because of visitors to the site. Some people land their subs on deck, making it deteriorate faster.
Isn't conservation of this site meant to be important?
It is. It just took a while for people to realize what was causing the damage. No one lands on the wreck now.
Oh, wait, aren't the subs supposed to be neutrally buoyant?
They are, but the scratching of the surface is what causes fast deterioration, not the weight. It's better to just not touch anything.
For a long time, people thought that James Cameron was, you know, this amazing movie director who also just happens to like the ocean. And in reality, it turns out James Cameron is a guy whose life passion is the ocean, and he just happens to direct movies to basically fund his hobby of being in love with the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's done so many. So yeah, consequently, he is like one of the biggest experts in Titanic. He's been there so many times. He knows the wreck so well.
It's like 26 times or something.
Yeah, he literally, it's like between 25 and 30 times. He's got the second most dives to the thing, right? But what's funny is that they've got this thing about we're going to save an ROV or whatever. What's really
Sorry.
This is fine. This is fine. This is totally fine. This is fine. This is fine. I'm sorry. I just need a second. This is fine.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the robots, the ROV's spindly robot fingers. Kylie, you're being a very good girl being on PubCam all day.
Okay, so I want to make sure I give you guys the right information. So during one of his dives, he had 2 ROVs that he brought with him. And they were named after the titular characters from the Blues Brothers. They were named Elwood, Jake and Elwood. And Elwood...
I'm at the staircase, descending to D-deck now.
Got stuck. Elwood and Jake did what we are doing here with the ROV, just like was going into to explore the interior, and he got stuck, and I think they had to come back. I don't know if they came back like the next day. I don't remember what happened. They got it unstuck, but they had to use the other one to get him unstuck. So this is actually not like, you know, the most unreasonable.
Based on a true story.
Yeah, this is like a very reasonable thing. And it happens with ROVs. And the problem is if you can't get them back, that's millions of dollars. Like,
You have to read Hannah's comment.
James Cameron, we're going on a trip to my favorite sunken ship, zooming through the sea.
Right,
Exactly.
I'm at D deck.
Great. The area in front of you is the reception area. Head forward and you'll find a grand piano on the port side.
Is that what I'm photographing?
Yeah, an American historian is writing about the Titanic's musicians and wants a clear photograph of the piano.
Port. The other way. When James Cameron spends his life hyperfixated on something, he's an expert. When I do it, I'm just neurodivergent. Dude, too real. But yeah, so it's like, it's really weird because it seems like he's just some pretentious white guy talking out of his ass, but he's not. Like, I mean, he maybe is, but he's also an expert. Like, he has so much knowledge. It is very cool. And not only that, but he has such a passion for like sea exploration. Yeah. Okay, where is this piano? Oh, I didn't have my map up. But yeah, he's got to have that tism for real. Yeah, it's just like Katie said. He makes movies so that he can do all of these wild things. Like, he's been to the bottom. He's been to the deepest place on the planet. He's been to the bottom, the Marianas Trench. Like,
Yeah, it's not just
I can't
Titanic.
believe this survived.
no, it's like,
It's beautiful, isn't it? Like something out of a film.
I mean, Titanic would be enough on its own, but no.
The first room Henderson would have seen when he boarded.
Did you want to take a minute to look around?
Yeah, can I?
Of course. The next task is the recovery in the Turkish baths. So head down the grand staircase when you're finished here.
wow. It's sad. It's really cool, but it's very sad. I'll be very, very excited when Titanic Honor and Glory releases. It's because it's gonna be like this, except not sunken. It's gonna be like walking through the ship. You know what I mean? It's gonna be incredible, and it's being made by a team of like really nerdy Titanic people who are working closely with experts, who are working very closely with our good friend
All
Mike
right, I'm
Brady.
ready. Turkish baths are at the bottom of the staircase, right?
Yep, straight down and off to starboard.
Love our good friend Mike Brady.
We do love our good friend Mike Brady. Yeah. There's just so many cool things about the ship. But again, she's not a special little girl. She is only special because of what happened to her. Like, I mean, yeah, she's very cool, but like, she's not. Britannic was a nicer ship. Like, you know. Oh my goodness. Is that a wild spooky memes? Sab! Easy Titanic raid. How are your games today? Am I not where I need to be? Did I not go far enough down? Welcome on in, Raiders. For anyone just joining, hey there, friends. Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood BubbleTee. Welcome on in. I'm your host here. I'm a queer, anxious variety streamer. I play a lot of games like Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, Fortnite. But today is April 14th, which is the anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. And so we are playing a Titanic game called Titanic VR, in which we explore the wreck and find things and get sentimental and cry because this is like the coolest thing ever. I'm doing well. How are you? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Maybe through here? Is that it? Turkish baths. Yep. Okay, we're going through here. This is very cool.
Now. I can see the ROV here pinned under a pipe.
Great. You'll need to get into position and attach the flotation bag to the pipe. The flotation bag is in the Predator's storage compartment.
Say hi to the Raiders. You say hi to Enzo? Oh, there's a crab. I don't like that. Wow. But yeah, you can like see all of this stuff. Like this is all real. Like James Cameron, when he explored this place, you could see all this. Diva, how are you? Sweet exclaimer, welcome on in. How are your games? Did you get P100, Tiffany?
Done.
Okay. Last step is to activate the tank, and it should fill the bag. You can activate it from the menu on your right-hand controller.
Hey, it's working. The pipe is lifting.
Great. When the pipe's completely lifted, you can attach your hook and drag the ROV out of here.
Right. Ah, I think the motor failed. My arm's not responding.
Is everything else okay? Is the line attached?
Yeah, everything else is operational, and the line's still connected.
Okay, we'll fix the arm when you're back on the surface, but for now, you'll have to be extra cautious. You need to drag the ROV back out to the ground staircase. The extra weight is going to make your controls tricky.
No, you're not wrong there. Predator's really struggling. I'll need to use my other arm until we get this damaged one replaced. This is going to be difficult.
Just take it nice and slow.
How do I use my other arm? Tell me to use my other arm, but I don't know what I'm using it for. P100 gonna wait till Tuesday? Ugh, no. I'm sure you did great. Also, the other really unethical thing about this is, like, you don't want to, like, bump shit. Like, it's all very, you know, it's quite fragile and stuff. Like, you don't want to just be yeeting stuff around. Also, would be so much silt stirred up if you touched anything. Okay, we're doing okay, fam. We're doing the best we can. Did you watch any of Hens's tournament, Seb? Wait, did I go the wrong way? Oh no. Yeah, I did. Okay, come back. IDK any chickens? No, hens. Hens, H-E-N-N-S. Or H-E-N-S-S. Hens and Otstarva's spring thing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't want to be responsible for ruining this place. Come on, little buddy. All right. We got him, folks. Oh, this is fine. This is good and fine. Wait, did he really? No way. That's so cool. Hell yeah, Sean.
I'm at the staircase again.
The next step is to attach a tracker to the ROV. There is one in your compartment.
Okay.
Miss Poodle, where do you think you're going?
Now what?
Now remove the hook and let it float straight up to the surface. The other diving team will be able to track it and pick it up.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
How do I?
Get in your bed and Mom will give you a treat.
Right? Yes.
Kylie, go to bed so you can get a treat. Go to bed. Go. Oh, please don't fall off the bed. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
there she goes.
Kylie.
Should I follow it up?
No, we aren't finished down here yet.
What's left to do?
We need to collect the gear we left in the Turkish baths.
The flotation gear?
Yeah,
Try and
it's
push
too
it over a
expensive to
little.
leave down here. You need to deflate the balloon and remove it from the pipe.
Okay. I have a broken arm. My Wally isn't working right. And I've beaten Sean, so technically I've beaten odds. You know what? I believe that. Get some good rest, Seb. I hope you have a really good rest of your Sunday, friend. And thank you again for the raid. I promise I will take extra good care of your people. I won't get them stuck in the Titanic. Hopefully. I don't like that my arm is broken. Okay.
All done. I'm heading back up.
Great, see you soon. I'll get the lab ready to repair Predator.
Good job. Can I just call it back? Presumably I can. Jesus.
Looks like the motor went.
Has it sunk yet? Sorry for spoilers.
Hey, Gillian.
How are you doing?
As well as can be expected, I guess.
How did you go with the dive teams? Did you find anything?
Not really. I looked over the areas of the debris field that they've mapped using cameras. The images are highly detailed, but I couldn't see anything interesting there. They've suggested we consider mapping out an unexplored area.
Well, we could take on that contract for you if you want. Our submersible is capable. It's already fitted with sonar and cameras.
And we haven't found anything else related to Henderson inside the ship. I think we should start looking outside the bow.
Yes, I agree. We may get lucky and find William.
And even if we don't, we'll still be contributing to research of the ship and our passengers.
Do you have the coordinates for the area they want us to check?
Yes, I'll send them through. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm going to the Titanic convention in Southampton tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Oh, great. Getting some research done.
Hopefully. It's a good opportunity to meet some of the other relatives and passengers and hear their stories.
Hi, Jizzle.
There's also a demo for a Titanic computer game being shown. Apparently, it's been in development for almost 10 years, but
Oh, that's
the
meta.
developers are saying it'll be released soon.
It better be.
She's talking about
I
a
backed it on
Titanic video
Funsu
game being
years ago.
released soon.
Let us know
Been
how
in
it
development
goes.
for
I'd
years.
love to hear some stories about Henderson.
I suppose we should prepare for the next dive then.
We've got a lot to do.
She's
before we
looking
head
for
out.
information
Thanks
about
for
her
the update,
grandfather. So we're
Not a
exploring
problem.
the wreck
I
of the
know how you get
Titanic,
on
trying to
tomorrow.
find information
Will do.
about
Talk later.
Grandpappy Vanderbeer.
Suppose I better fix that arm.
Shouldn't take you too long. There's a replacement one on the table.
Okay.
All done. See you tomorrow.
Nailed
See you
it.
then.
Look at all our artifacts in there. Wow. Ooh, how's Final Fantasy 14?
Radio check.
Crystal clear, Dr. Lynch.
There.
All right, let's get this scanning started.
A cookie?
I've marked the starting point on your map.
So what's the process exactly?
Well, it can be a little repetitive, but takes a fair bit of skill. Basically, you need to mow the lawn with your sub.
Mow the lawn? What?
You need to scan up and down the area following a strict pattern, making sure you cover the entire area. The data you collect doing this will allow us to create a 3D detailed map of the area. And this will help researchers identify items amongst the debris field.
Right, so if I don't follow the lines perfectly, I risk missing a bit?
Yeah, pretty much. The submersible you're in is already fitted with both sonar and optical equipment for this exact purpose. If we can't make a full mosaic from the images you collect, the blame is kind of on you and your piloting skills.
No pressure then.
Okay. This is actually how they do this, though. This is how you map a debris field. You go down and you go back and forth as zigzagging, and you create like a visual map. And actually, hang on.
Well, we were standing on the steerage, third class they call it, and then we couldn't get up to second. And of course, then there was one man with us, and he was our guardian angel, and he said, for God's sake, let the women up. So at that, I got up
And then you got
second.
And then you got into a lifeboat?
No, then I had to go to first cabin. The lifeboats were only going from first cabin. So there was a man on the second deck, and he asked me to go on his shoulder, and I climbed over, and then I think it was the last boat that was going out.
Did you take
They didn't want to let me on because there was too many on the boat already.
But you got into the boat?
But I said to the man I'd like to go with my sister because there was a neighbor with me, and I thought he'd feel, because I didn't want to lose the crowd. I didn't really think it was any danger, but I thought I'd miss them in the dark. You know, it was very dark.
Did you see the ship sink?
Oh, yes. I was looking at it sinking when we were in the lifeboat, because we were in the lifeboats for 9 hours.
And then which ship rescued you?
Carpathia. Carpathia picked us up then early in the morning, about 9 o'clock or something.
So yeah, this is the actual Titanic wreck field, debris field. And you can see there are some pretty important structures mapped, 2 of which are pieces of the double bottom keel. That's those 2 right there. But yeah, so that's the way they do it is they go like up and then back down and up and down, and they just cover the entire place, and that's how you make a debris field. Also, here is the bow and here is the stern, and they are both facing in the same direction, which I think is pretty interesting. So, yeah, it's very cool. This is just basically an excuse for me to be a big old nerd all day. But yeah, there was actually, up until the wreck was found, most people believed that the wreck had sunk in one piece, because it was completely unthinkable to the shipbuilders, to the White Star Line, that, you know, Titanic could have broken. Like, that would have been a huge embarrassment to them. And so despite the fact that there were a lot of survivors saying that, you know, they saw her break, and there were, like, crew, there was also a lot of crew who said, no, she sunk in one piece. And that was the official line, is that she sunk in one piece. And then they found her, obviously, and they saw that she was in 2 pieces. But the reason there was so much confusion is because it was, as people always refer to it, it was a moonless night.
Right,
it was clear, but moonless.
I'm just updating your map with the new path for scanning. You'll need to try and follow the lines as well as you can. If you go off track, try to get back on and keep going.
Will do.
And remember to keep your eyes peeled for anything relating to Henderson.
What exactly should I be looking for?
His Bible, a pocket watch with his initials, his coat, shoes, anything that might have survived.
Right.
So am I going out in the ROV? I think I am. But yeah, so no, you do see it because the movie was made after the wreck was found. So how did both sides end up facing the same way? That's an interesting question. So, I mean, kind of by fluke. Here, there's actually, so there's a lot of different like video recreations of how they think it sank. But there's this video by James Cameron of how they think it happened. That kind of shows you. I'm probably gonna have to keep it muted or risk getting DMCA'd or whatever. But yeah, so this is how at the time that this was made, which was like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, this is how they thought it happened. But there's been new stuff that's come out that makes it seem like it's slightly different. But yeah, so her bow flooded. She took multiple fractures and her bow floods. And then she starts to kind of list. And then, you know, she gets up in the air. In the movie, they have her up in the air about 45 degrees. That's way too high. She would have broken way before then. They think it was more like 20-something, maybe. But yeah, so you can see all the lights are on, but at some point, all the lights go off. And though it was very clear, there was no moon. And so nobody could see anything. And actually, oh my God, I have to show you guys that clip too. there's a video from Mike Brady where he shows you what it probably would have looked like if you were in the water seeing it happen. And it is so dark. It's so dark. Like, you could not see clearly. And so they were like, obviously it didn't break. You guys are all wrong. But yeah, so the mast snaps back and the bow sinks first and it hits the ground and it kind of breaks again. And then see how the stern is following, and you can see how there would be a bunch of air pockets in there. And then it starts to implode. This is the implosion happening. And all these pieces come off, and then it kind of starts to fall differently. I imagine if you were too close to the ship, the water pressure would pull you down. Yeah, I think that is probably true. So, James Cameron has this theory. Very hot.
Oh, I just kicked the can.
Okay. Thank you, baby.
Kylie thought I was preparing food for her, so now she is
devastated.
Well, she's not facing the reality that the food is.
Well. Yeah. So they think.
You might want to do something with Bobcat.
Bear, over here. Go to your spot, please. Thank you, Lovey. Get some good rest. Close is going to do some naps because she is very tired from a long day. So yeah. And then this is the wreck site. So the fact that they're both facing the same way, I think is kind of just a weird little coincidence. But let me find you this video from Oceanliner Designs. He's releasing like 4 different videos in today over the next few days. I'm like, ugh, I'm living. I'm jazzed. Yeah, I think it's this video. Maybe. Maybe not. Where is it? I should have pulled this up before. I didn't think about it though. Yeah, here we go. This is it. So this is what it would have. This is much more what it would have looked like if you were there. So this is how the movies show it, right? They show it, they give you moonlight because you kind of have to, otherwise you're not really looking at anything. Yeah, but that's not actually how it probably looked. And this is really wild. This is how it probably looked on the night if you were there. And I want you to just like notice just how dark it is. Look at that. That's what you were seeing. That's why people didn't know if it split. It's just impossible. Huh? Heckin' dark, yeah. That's why there was so much confusion about it, though. Yeah. I also will pass on that. But it's so dark. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Now I'm doing this, I think. Ah, okay. I see. Sending to the grid. Is this not what I'm doing? No, maybe it's not. Hang on. Let's call back the ROV. Okay. Am I doing it? All right, I think this is what we're doing. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, horrifying though. Just like so scary.
So tragic. 59 children died during the sinking, the majority coming from third-class families.
True. Oh, I see. It's kind of like erasing it as I go. Got it. Yeah. And it was like such a tragedy of errors. Like there were just so many things that went wrong. You know, from like, you know, the Carpathia just being like a little too far away to them not loading the lifeboats fully. Just so many different things that led to so many people dying. It's very sad. I think there was also a lot of question of whether or not the people on the crow's nest that night had binoculars. I'm not sure about that, though. That might not be true. I saw a video about it the other day, but I didn't recognize the source. And I am the kind of Titanic nerd who, like, has sources. No, but who, like, tries to consume media from really reputable Titanic people. So I don't actually know if that part is true. But even so, like, in that video just now, like, actually, there's a part, I think, or I thought there was a bit that showed you, well, maybe not. There's another video in which she shows you what they were looking for when they spotted the iceberg, like what it looked like. And it's the exact same thing. It's just a really, really dark silhouette. So yeah. Oh, there's a shoe down there. There's a boot. Okay, I love you. Maybe. I will try, but I think she's probably gonna want to scoodle, which is fine. Yeah, if she wants to, that's totally okay. All right, I think we've finished. Oh, nope, there's a little bit more over here. That's okay. All right, PubCam. Kylie has decided she will be snuggling with her dad for the rest of the day, which totally valid. Okay. Radio.
Hold on. I didn't see anything jumping out at me, though.
Yeah, that's okay. We can double check the images when you get back up here. They're coming through now. Hopefully something will pop up. Next up is to place a hydrophone. I've marked the location on your map.
I'll head over there now.
All right. Sorry, I'm just stirring my curry. Okay. So, also, if you're interested in learning more about the Titan sub and all of that, Mike Brady from Ocean Liner Designs has a really, really fantastic video about it that is incredibly respectful but very informative.
Sorry, but I'm not familiar with this kind of task. What's a hydrophone?
Underwater microphone. They're used to record underwater vibrations like animal sounds and seismic activity.
Why has NCPA asked us to set up a Okay, you'll need to dispatch Predator and use the arms to place the hydrophone. It's in the storage compartment.
All right.
Look at you go, Dio.
What's with the center casing?
Well, that's all the batteries and computers needed to run the hydrophone and record the data. In a couple of years, they'll organize it to be collected again so they can study the recordings.
That's amazing. Do you need to activate anything?
Nope, it's all set up. Right, what's next then?
Our final contract for today is from a Lebanese society. They want to see detailed images of the funnels. I have the coordinates. I'll mark them on your map.
Another easy contract.
It pays the bills.
I'll head there now. I didn't realize there was a Lebanese Titanic society. Were there many Lebanese on board?
Oh yeah, there was a large Arabic community on board. Over 100 migrants from Lebanon, Syria, and Egypt. Unfortunately, most Arabic names were anglicized on the passenger list, leading to confusion when reporting which people died or survived.
Must have been scary for those passengers who didn't speak English. They couldn't have known what was happening.
I don't know. My guess is they probably picked up on it pretty quick, what with all the screaming. All right. So now we're going to see the funnels. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, hi. You came back? Whoa. That's so scary. All right, let's try that. A little bit better.
All done.
Great, they'll be happy with those images.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all for today. You're free to explore or head up to the surface.
I think I'll explore a little.
So, like, we're doing this thing for the woman, but also we're doing other contracts?
Oh,
Interesting.
Hey. Come check this out.
Wow, that worked out great.
You aced piloting Sedna. This mosaic has come together really well. I've started going through the images, but haven't found anything so far resembling Henderson's items.
That's a shame. How long will it take to go through all the images?
I mean, that's like looking for a needle in a
I think I can have
haystack.
them all done tomorrow evening. I really hope we find something.
Yeah, me too.
Hello, Ethan. Jean. How'd you both manage today?
Hi, Jillian.
I think we did well. We've scanned the area and I've started processing the images.
Oh, wonderful news. When do you think they'll be done?
I'd say tomorrow evening. How did the convention go?
It was marvelous. So many people came, and I got to hear a huge range of stories. I'll definitely be attending the next one.
Did you hear anything about Henderson?
Yes, actually. One lady in particular said her grandmother, Anne, was a survivor and spoke of the accident regularly. She remembers Anne talking about the kindness of a Scottish gent who helped families board lifeboats on the starboard side. Apparently, once he learned teenage boys were being banned from boats on the port side of the ship, he went up and down the boat deck telling them to try on the other side.
Sounds like Henderson. How did she know it was him and not another passenger?
He was well known in business circles, wasn't he?
Yes, Anne didn't realize who it was at the time, but her mother did. Years later, she found letters her mother had written to friends about the kindness of William Henderson and other men who helped passengers. She was thankful that he thought it important to keep families together.
That's an impressive story. Does her family still have the letter?
Yes, but she didn't bring it with her. She'll email me through a copy when she can.
It'd be a great thing to include in the biography.
I'd love to accompany it with an image of his final resting place. I hope we'll spot something in these scanned images.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Do you have a plan if we don't find anything in the images?
We'd be at another dead end. I suppose we could select another area and rescan, but I don't wish to keep doing that. My funding can only go so far, and I fear the search would need to be shelved.
That's all right. We understand.
I'd love for us to find him, but if we don't have evidence to follow...
We'll keep searching the debris field and let you know if we find something. You never know, we might find a new lead tomorrow.
I hope so. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for another lead here.
We'll talk again tomorrow evening.
Speak to you then.
So, what's our itinerary for tomorrow's dive?
Just one contract job for tomorrow, but it's an interesting one. You'll be assisting Mr. Ocean to film his documentary on the wreck.
Mr. Ocean, as in the big shot Hollywood director Eddie Ocean.
That's the one. He's requested you help light up the wreck with your sub while he films from another sub. He'll be communicating with you directly through the radio.
Wow, this will be great.
It'll be an experience for sure, but he's known to have a bit of a temper, so you'll need to make sure you're fast and efficient.
Right. Will you be helping me?
No, unfortunately. I'll be spending the entire day here in the lab, searching through the images. You're on your own for this one.
Anyone else there?
Ocean has 2 historians in the sub with him, but they won't be much help to you. They're just there to assist him. Mr. Ocean has kindly provided us with new wide beam lights. Should give you good coverage, and you can use your normal lights for spotlight work.
All right.
Radio check, Wilson.
All clear, Dr. Lynch.
Frank
Settings
Ocean,
are
yeah.
set. Just remember to only turn on your wide beam lights when you are directed to by Mr.
Can't
Ocean.
I leave them on all the time?
No, they'll drain your battery faster.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
You'll need to change over to channel 95 to speak with Mr. Ocean. His call sign is Ocean 1.
Great. Thanks, Gene. I'll talk to you later.
That was around the time I won my first Academy Award. As you know, I've won a fair few since then.
Yes, very interesting. I'd just like to thank you again for having us here. We're big fans of your work.
I know, son.
Ocean 1, this is Sedna.
Sedna, this is Ocean 1. Welcome to my palace.
Good to be here.
Dr. Lynch, I have my right-hand men here, Harold Walsh and Sean Jones. Say hi to the doctor, boys.
Hello there. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Alrighty, down to business.
Is this meant to be making fun of James Cameron?
For my upcoming film. It's an educational documentary showing how much I've learned about the ship. And of course, it'll also be a great follow-up to my award-winning film. I'm guessing you've seen it?
Yeah, a while ago.
Of course you have. It's everyone's favorite. I'll be directing and filming from my sub while you'll provide extra lighting.
Right.
We've 6 locations to get through today, so we'd better get moving. First up is a shot of the bow. Get into position. Oh, and make sure all other transceivers are off. Now, I'm a patient man, but I won't stand for
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, sure.
The berg
Actually.
is a good place to start, Mr. Ocean. So many interesting things located here.
Because as far as I know, he's not really like that.
The iceberg damage. What part will we be filming first, Mr. Ocean?
A panning shot up the stem, finishing where John and Daisy stood in my film.
Oh, that's my
Yeah, it
favorite
is.
part.
I didn't realize John and Daisy were based on real people.
Oh, they're not, but it's such a poignant shot from my film, I just have to recreate it. The fans will be...
Wouldn't it be more educational to show areas with real history?
I hope it is, because, like...
But I want to start by filming the most important...
Like, James Cameron's not a perfect person, but, like...
To my films. We need to start by reminding people...
I
of
don't
the
think this is
tragedy
what
of
he
the
is
ship.
like.
To capture that...
The scene with John and Daisy. Very emotional.
Of course it was. That movie was a visual masterpiece. And this documentary will be even better. Lynch, turn on your wide beam lights. I want it bright. Yes, yes, that's what I'm looking for. Your lights at that angle are perfect. I'm a genius. You might be asking yourself, how does Eddie Ocean come up with these brilliant ideas? These great shots? And it all comes down to one thing. Research?
Experience?
Imagination. That's all you need. Imagination.
And funding?
Well, obviously cash is important too, but it's mainly imagination. Ah! Don't blind me! Turn off your lights! Do you even know what
Sorry,
you're doing?
yeah. Where to now?
To the port side anchor. Hurry up!
The port anchor is an excellent choice for footage.
Well, of course it is. That's why I'm heading there.
Did you know there were a total of 5 anchors on board Titanic?
5?
Yes, 3 at the bow and the 2 kedge anchors. One on the starboard forecastle deck and the other next to the stern flagpole.
Fascinating.
All right, here we are. Get into position. I don't have all day.
All right. I feel like I'm becoming slightly, like, desensitized to some of this stuff.
Light it up! Now, Lynch!
So, Harold and Sean, what brings you to the wreck?
We are mainly here to assist Mr. Ocean in this expedition. We're producers on this documentary, but we also wanted to see the wreck for ourselves. We've been fans of the Titanic for a long, long time.
And fans of Mr. Ocean, of course.
Cut the chatter! There's an artist at work. Done! Next is Molly Brown's room. I want a shot of that brass bed.
Margaret Brown, Mr. Ocean. She was never known as Molly.
Whatever, Walsh. I don't care.
Sorry, where are we heading?
To B-deck, of course.
But wasn't her room on E-deck? Her account in the Newport Herald said.
I don't care what her account said. I have the camera, and I say it was this room. Lynch, stop dragging your feet.
This is like kind of...
Where do you want me?
I don't know, man.
No, maybe there in front of the window. Get in there, nice and close.
This is like not enjoyable, this part. I don't really like it. Yeah, it feels really fucking mean. I don't know. That's not... I don't like it. It's just kind of annoying. I think they thought they were being like really funny. They are not. Because, like, yeah, there are definitely things that James Cameron got wrong, but he fully, like, has owned those things and apologized and, like, I don't know.
No brass bed here. Well, that's all right. We can work around it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No, no, no! What are you doing? You're in the shot!
I haven't moved. I'm in the same spot.
I'm surrounded by incompetence! You realize who I am, right? We'll have to shoot it again. Move back, and make sure you keep out of the shot!
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like super cringe, actually. Damn, that's really disappointing. Because this was pretty fun up until this point. Like, I was really enjoying it. I felt like it was pretty immersive, but this just feels disrespectful.
You see, that wasn't too hard, was it? If you focus, you can actually learn something about filmmaking. Next up is the captain's quarters. I want a shot of his bathtub and bedroom. Get over there!
Jesus. Where is it on the map? Because I know where it is, like,
we're going to cover both the bathroom
IRL.
and bedroom.
It's back, yeah, it's back this way. And you can still see his tub. Or you could, for a very long time, you could still see Captain Smith's tub.
Although most wealthy people only washed once a week.
Have you seen it before?
Well, I've seen pictures.
I'll tell you what's therapeutic. Diving, especially at this site. I love to come here and relax while filming. It's so calm and peaceful.
I can only imagine.
All right, positioning, lights, come on.
Well, hopefully this part's gonna be over soon and we can move on. Because it's really stupid. Yikes, Wazowski.
We're going to cover both the bathroom and bedroom. Just make sure you keep out of the shot.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. The angle's great.
It is just bad writing.
The bedroom. What? No, I can't talk. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. Do you know how unprofessional this is? To contact me in the middle of a shoot?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, you should have known my transceiver was left on. I can't be expected to do everything around here. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll keep going. They can fix it in post. Lights off. The David is up next. Get over to the marker.
So stupid. This is so bad.
Which David are we filming, Mr. Ocean?
David number 1.
The one First Officer Murdoch last operated.
Where do you want me placed?
Above, pointing your lights down.
Speaking of Officer Murdoch, let's talk about Officer Murdoch since we're doing something boring and stupid. So Officer Murdoch, James Cameron's treatment of Officer Murdoch in the film is actually pretty abhorrent, and he has in fact apologized for it and rectified it. But the way that he portrayed Murdoch was that, you know, so IRL, there was a shot
Yes, that's the way, Lynch. Shine down like the heavens.
There was
You,
shots
you don't have
fired,
much experience diving,
or a shot
Well, it wasn't
fired.
my first expedition here, but I've dived.
I don't care about this. There was a shot fired on deck, and in like to try and get order of some sort. I don't know. And James Cameron, James Cameron, in the movie made it so that Murdoch like shoots somebody and then shoots himself and takes his own life because of it. And like that did not happen. There is no evidence that it happened. It did not happen. And like Murdoch's family was incredibly upset about it. Which like they absolutely should have been. And he has since apologized. So like I don't know if they're trying to play into that here or what, but that's what it feels like.
Mr. Ocean, you should maybe...
It's not good for the decks, you see.
I'm the experienced diver here. I know what I'm doing.
This is so fucking stupid. This is so annoying because James Cameron has himself discussed this very problem that like landing on the deck or like all of these submersibles have damaged the deck. He's talked about it. He talked about it in an interview like with Bob Ballard. Like the two of them have talked about it together. This is so fucking infuriating. This is so stupid. I'm really mad about this actually. I wasn't, but I'm really frustrated. Hi, Sebastian. How are you? Ugh. What am I doing here? Oh, turn the lights off.
Pick up the pace, Lynch. I'm a busy man. I want another downward lighting shot. This time for the GSC.
The GSC? What's that?
The grand staircase. Keep up. You'll notice that this wrecked staircase doesn't look anything like the one in my film. It's because the original staircase broke up and floated out of the ship as it sank.
Yeah, your recreation looked pretty accurate.
Yeah, I personally oversaw the whole project. I like to be involved in everything, you know. It's a hard job, but the art is worth the effort.
Don't know what's going on, but I'm angry for you. Thank you.
Of course, it couldn't
I agree. It just like doesn't need to be in here.
A lot with the actual production of the film, but it was my guidance that got us
You've been outside all day grilling? Oh, what have you been making?
Awards for that film. Guess how many?
Guess how many awards?
Yeah, go on. How many awards did I win?
Well, maybe...
20! Can you believe it? 20 awards for that
Ooh,
single film.
I want give me fish tacos, Seabass.
I'm revolutionizing
Gimme, gimme,
the film
gimme.
industry and just being here. Get into position and hurry up with those lights.
This is so dumb. Also, I don't know if the developers of this game are like, this is what people want to do. They just want to drive around in the sub. That's not what I want to do. Like, the sub is a vehicle to see the wreck, not like, you know.
Did you see that? That damn fish ruined my shot. I'll have to reset and start again.
But Mr. Ocean, that's the ghost fish. It's rare to capture it on film.
Surely you know about the ghost fish.
Of course I know about the ghost fish, Walsh.
Are you going to follow it?
No, I can't. My sub's too big to navigate down there. Even with my piloting skills, I can't get close enough with a camera.
I can try getting near it with my ROV.
Don't be ridiculous. If I can't get close, you'd have no hope.
What size is the ROV? Do you have a decent camera?
It's pretty small and fast, but it's only got a basic camera and lights.
You can't be seriously considering this.
I'm afraid so. Dr. Lynch...
But he's an amateur. If I get an ROV, I'll be able to...
You can't afford an ROV, Mr. Ocean, just like you couldn't afford this dive. It was your decision to blow the film budget on CGI.
That iceberg looks amazing, and you know it. It'll make this film.
You're lucky we even paid to bring you down here at all, with the way you've treated us. It certainly won't be happening again.
Are we finished with this filming session, Mr. Ocean?
Yes, I guess so.
Then you're free to go, Dr. Lynch. We'll be in touch.
Yes, of course. Looking forward to it. CCGS Wilson, that's a Sedna, over.
Sedna, this is CCGS Wilson. Over.
I'm ready to head up.
How did you go with the filming?
It was interesting. I'll tell you about it when I surface.
Yeah, get me out. I'm done. I'm done with this cutscene. It's so fucking stupid. I hated it. This whole section of the game is bad and shouldn't have been in here.
So, I've had a call from a Mr. Walsh.
Yeah, he was with Mr.
Want to go swimming with the
What did he say?
fishes?
That he and Mr. Jones were impressed with your attitude and interest towards the wreck, and they'd like to hire us for a contract to film a fish?
A ghost fish. Apparently it's newly discovered. The footage of it is worth quite a bit. Seems to live deep inside the wreck, and they need someone to film it with an ROV.
Ah, I wondered about that. They've paid to upgrade Predator's cameras and lights, and want us to dive tomorrow, weather permitting. How was Mr. Ocean?
Painful. How'd you go with the images?
No luck, unfortunately. I'd hoped we'd find something for Jillian.
Well, at least the images.
I hope the devs of this game feel really embarrassed about that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I'm
it's
just
so
not sure
cringe.
where we go from here to find
So
Henderson.
fucking bad.
I hope Jillian has something for us.
What do you got,
Hi,
Granny?
Jillian.
Hello, how are things?
Not going well, I'm afraid. We haven't had any luck with the images. I've searched through
Are we
them
gonna
all
find
and
something
haven't
while we're
found
following the
anything
ghost
related
fish?
to
Maybe.
Henderson.
I should write a review on Steam. I've never done that before.
My research into the debris fields hasn't brought any new leads. I'm very sorry, but we've had no leads on William's gravesite for several days, and as per our contract,
In 1 hour,
we have to put
Titanic will have
funding
struck
for
the
this
iceberg.
expedition on hold.
We understand.
Look, I appreciate all the work you've both put into this search so far, and if we do find a new lead, I'll be happy to reopen the search, but I just can't afford to keep you down there without anything solid to pursue.
It's okay. We were aware this might happen. We're thankful that we've had the opportunity to work with you.
This experience has been unforgettable.
We've managed to learn so much about William and his life in such a small amount of time, and it's made a huge difference in the biography. You'll both be credited in the book, of course.
Thanks. We'll continue to look for clues around the site and give you a call if we find anything new.
Thank you. I'm so sorry to have to pull out at such a late stage.
It's fine. We understand.
I hope we'll speak again soon.
Well, that's great.
It's the nature of the job, unfortunately. Sometimes there's information popping up everywhere and then long periods of nothing in between.
What do we do now?
We continue with our dive tomorrow. Get funding for that at least. After that, I'm not sure.
In good news, we have some new gadgets for the ROV. The new lights and camera are over there on the table.
I'll get on it now then.
This thing's very silly.
All finished.
See you tomorrow.
I will listen to, I'll have to listen to it off stream because I don't know if it will
Something wrong?
copyright, you
No,
know?
just realizing this might be our last dive.
That's okay. I'm sure something will pop up. Even if it doesn't, we'll find another sponsor for next season.
Yeah.
Okay. Where should I look for this fish?
Mr. Walsh said it's usually spotted around E-deck.
Alright. I'll head down there and take a look around. Did he give any tips on how to do
He
this?
just said it's agile and very fast. Makes it difficult to capture on film.
Okay, so I'll need to be quick and try not to scare it off.
And remember to use the new red lights too. The fish doesn't seem to see red light, so it shouldn't react.
I'll activate them when I get down there.
I just can't, like, I cannot fathom. God, what it must be like to actually see this thing. Oh, Orca, you missed the most infuriating fucking storytelling choice. Do you remember how I was earlier saying all those really lovely, nice things about James Cameron, about how he's so smart and he's worked so hard to like learn and how he's one of the like foremost experts? They did an entire parody about a really shitty film director coming down and like being an asshole to everybody. Yeah, it was really, really cringe. Exactly. Exactly. It was just so ham-fisted and bad. It was really, really bad. I like muted over part of it and talked about other stuff because it was just like so cringe, man. Going all the way down. Descent. Am I going back to the like the Turkish baths? Maybe. Yeah, it was real cringy. It was very, very hard to listen to. Yeah, man, it really sucks. 'Cause like the rest of this has been really cool. Can I go in through here? No. Switch your lights to red. Oh. Creepy. Oh, ascend. Okay. It just like makes me lose respect for like the writers, you know? Or whoever's decision that was. Because it might not have been the writer's decision. That might have been the decision of like some higher up, you know what I mean? So like, but whoever's decision was, I think they should maybe be a little bit ashamed of that. It was pretty bad. So. Again, James Cameron, not a perfect person, certainly. But like someone to be respected for their knowledge. And like, oh,
I think I found it. Damn, swam out.
Can you get it on film?
There it is. I'll keep my distance. Yeah, I'll just get closer.
I bet it's gonna lead us to something about her grandfather. I have a feeling. I bet that this is like, it's a ghost fish. It's the ghost of
Here it is.
her grandfather.
Keep my distance and start recording. Ah, I noticed the camera. It's heading for the staircase.
It'll be harder to find if it gets out the ship.
I'll follow it. No, it got out.
Quickly, get after it.
New objective, chase the fish. Take me to a critical piece of information regarding this man's. See, this is what I want. Just chase fish. Yeah, here we go. See, it's going to take us down into the debris field, and we're going to find something, and then we're going to be able to fund the dive, and the woman's going to be so happy. Also, I'm going to be so sad if we don't get to see, like, the engine room. Like, see the engines, because that's one of the coolest things, is that the engines are still intact, and they are, like, the size of, like, a multiple-story high building. They're massive. Fucking massive, dude. No, Fishy, come back. Fishy, you're getting a little too far away from me, mister. Sir. Also, I love how he was like, oh, shit, the fish spotted the camera. Like, no, I don't think the fish spotted the camera. I think the fish spotted you chasing it in like a weird mechanical-looking fish thing. Where are we? Where is this? Are we... Uh-oh. Was I supposed to be chasing the fish in the ROV or in the main thing? And also it's gone. I lost it. Oh, there it is. I want to meet Cthulhu. Cthulhu? Let's see where we are. We're at the back. We're at the back of the bow. To the part where it slopes down to the sea. I think we're going to be coming up on the seafloor again pretty soon. The other thing that's cringe about the whole thing is that, like, Titanic games don't come out very often. Like, James Cameron very well may know about this. I'd be so embarrassed. Also, side note, there is a Titanic horror game coming out, and I don't know if I should play it or not, but it looks really good. But I haven't decided if I think it's really fucking disrespectful or not.
Okay, it stopped again.
Do you think you'll be able to get close enough for a clear shot?
Yeah, it's in a good spot here. I've got it.
Did you get enough footage?
Remember,
yeah, I think so.
They said
Do
a
I need to do
jacket,
anything else
a
while I'm
watch, a letter, a bowler hat.
That's all you needed to do. You can change back to your normal lights again now. Ready to head back?
Not quite yet. I saw something behind the fish shimmer with the light. I'm gonna check it out.
Might as well. This will probably be our last dive.
It's a pocket watch. There's also clothing, a bowler hat, some shoes. It looks to be a Bible cover.
A Bible? Is there anything identifiable there? A name? Initials?
We need to mark this location, and I'll take photographs so we can verify everything in the lab.
Alright, location is marked. Are you able to collect the pocket watch?
Yeah, it's just sitting on top. I'll leave the other items.
Again.
WJ... Hey, Gene, I know it sounds unbelievable, but I think this might be Henderson.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I think you might be jumping to conclusions here.
Maybe, but with the initials on the watch and the Bible, I mean, it's possible.
Well, what should we do?
I'll head back to the surface.
I really hope you're right about this.
You know, it's like, you can't just... You can't just take stuff, man. It's not how this works.
This watch is in excellent condition. You wouldn't even know it's been down there so long. The initials are engraved on the back, and the face shows the time the ship sank.
Also, in all of the trailers, you're supposed to be able to use the brush to like scrub objects. So I don't know if it's because this isn't VR.
As we already know, Henderson's initials don't match any other first-class passengers. A watch like this would have only been owned by a wealthy man, too.
It looks the same as the one in his photographs. It must be a match.
Oh, she's kind of
The
mommy.
shoes and coat seem to be like the style Henderson preferred. He always had his shoes handmade.
The Bible pages
You're right, I
appear
did.
to be completely deteriorated, but the leather cover is intact.
I'm sold. I think it's time to contact Gillian and let her know.
I agree.
What did I say? The fish will lead us to the guy.
Hello.
This has gone from like a cool educational game to like a really
Nothing good
cheesy,
news.
cringy game.
Oh?
We think we found Henderson's final resting place.
Oh my, are you sure? Where was he?
He was near the back of the bow on the port side, close to the debris field we were scanning 2 days ago. Placed a marker and photographed some of the items at the location.
We also recovered a pocket watch from the site. It has the initials WJH engraved on the back.
Do you think it's possible it could be someone else's? Have you checked them against the photos I sent through?
Yes, the items match the photos.
We've found him.
Oh, you don't know how much this means to me, to finally find William's grave. I was starting to think I was wasting my time chasing ghosts in the Atlantic.
Now you have an ending for your biography.
Not just that, we have closure.
What would you like to do?
I want to come down on the next dive with you and place a memorial plaque at the site. I want to see it for myself.
Great idea.
What did you want to do with the items we've collected?
They'll be displayed in museums alongside other people's recovered belongings.
Yeah.
It's important that children learn about the tragedy of the Titanic, that these objects pulled from the ocean remain as reminders of the lives lost. And to thank you both. I want to fund our next expedition.
Our next expedition?
Where are we heading?
Actually, the plaque thing is really legit, Seabass. That's a thing that like has been done, and basically every trip to the Titanic, they leave a plaque a lot of times.
About 200 meters and closing.
Thanks, Gene. I'll let you know when it starts to show up on my map.
Great. Excited to be back?
Yeah, it's been a long winter. Glad to be back in the driving seat.
Getting bored with the new toys in your lab at the university?
I appreciate all the funding we received after finishing the Henderson job. The attention generated was great for the department. It's just nice to be back out in the field again.
Good to hear.
Yeah, it's usually plaques from like family members and stuff.
That's alright. I'm fine. It hasn't been that long.
Good. How far are you from the stern now? You must be almost ready to disengage autopilot.
Just reaching the ocean floor now.
Yes, we're gonna go see the engines. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Okay. Autopilot is disengaged. You'd better place a marker before we head too far. Interact
Marker's
with the
been
button
placed.
in front of the map to place one. Right. You can head towards the reciprocating engines then. The location is marked on your map.
I'm excited about
Mission log
this.
has been updated.
This is gonna be very cool.
So, this is a photography mission?
Yeah, we've been contracted to photograph a bunch of locations around the stern wreck. We've a couple of side tasks to carry out while we're here too, but I'll let you know as we get to them.
I don't think I've seen many photos of the stern.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. There aren't many photographs of the stern as it's not as accessible or photogenic as the bow.
You guys already know these things because I already told you.
The stern suffered a lot of structural damage as it sank, so most of the interior decks collapsed and the starboard side
We
was
talked about
missing
all that too.
coating.
I'm not saying I'm smarter than Jean. I'm just saying I'm very knowledgeable.
So we'll be focusing on capturing these on camera. Historians have learnt a lot by studying the differences in damage and deterioration between the bow and stern sections. The The photographs we take today will help experts monitor the rate of decay for different areas.
Locate the reciprocating engines. They're massive.
All
They're
right.
so big.
I can see it up ahead.
I'm really excited about
Engines are
this.
massive.
I could have written this.
Reciprocating engines weigh about 900 tons each and stand just over 9 meters tall. They were powered by the steam from the boiler
They're
room
amazing.
and turned the two-side
They're
propellers.
beautiful.
They also powered the turbine engines, which turned the central propeller.
Looks like the upper decks have collapsed and draped over the cylinders.
Yeah, what used to be the first and second class kitchen galley is covering the starboard side, and parts of the sea deck are laying on the port side.
Whoa, what a mess. I think I'm close enough for a photo.
Great. You'll need to deploy the ROV and use the camera.
Ah, Predator.
If you look up, you'll find a set of VR goggles and a control.
Do they really think people took a break?
To deploy the ROV,
Or maybe this came out after. Maybe this was like an additional
left click to use.
thing or something. I don't know.
Has anything changed on the ROV since I last operated it?
Yeah, it's had a few upgrades thanks to the additional funding. Top quality transmitters have been fitted, so you shouldn't have any issues going out of range of Sedna. Other than that, the movement controls are still the same as the submersible, and the control diagram still appears if you hold down the info button.
Great. And the camera?
The camera and storage compartment are accessible through the ROV menu. You can open the menu by pressing and releasing the info button. Then interact with the camera icon with the laser pointer and left click to use.
So cool.
Right. I've taken a photo. What's next?
You can get out of camera mode by pressing and releasing the info button again. From this menu, you can also see the ROV's map with your next go location and mission log visible. You should head towards the second class entrance on the boat deck.
Can I get there in the ROV or do I need to bring the submersible?
Up to you, really. The range on the ROV is enough to cover the entire stern, but you might like to use the submersible to light up your photographs better. To get back into the submersible, press the return button.
Right. I'll head to the second class entrance now.
You might like to swing past the starboard side before you head up to the boat deck. You can kind of see the turbine and dynamo engines through the missing hull. You'll need to be at ground level to look in, just forward of the strip of boat deck hanging down.
Ah, nice. The dynamos generated all the electricity on board, right?
Yes. Titanic had 4 steam-driven generators that powered the lights, heating, fans, Marconi radio equipment, clocks, telephones, cranes, and elevators.
Jesus.
She also had 2 backup generators on D-deck for emergencies, and they were run every night, just in case. Titanic really was a state-of-the-art ship with all the latest conveniences.
What's so special about the second class entrance? Why are we heading there?
Whoa.
The Olympic-class liners were the first to provide second-class passengers with an elevator, and the elevator equipment can be seen at the second-class entrance.
Ah.
Wow.
The elevator ran through the central well of the forward second-class staircase.
This is amazing.
Accessed the boat deck through to
Just
the
like that, they pull me back in.
A deck. An elevator steward was allocated to each of the 4 elevators on board. They manually moved the elevator up and down the shaft using a lever connected to the motors. A good steward could stop the elevator level with each deck and assisted passengers with information about onboard facilities.
I'm back in the hacking building again. Ugh. The thing is, this game is really cool. This is like I said, this is like the closest pretty much anyone without hundreds of cajillions of dollars will get to seeing any of this stuff. It's just amazing. It's so fucking cool. She's a mess. The stern is just such a mess. It's so interesting how different the bow and stern are. Because the bow is so well preserved, it's so well intact. I mean, it's doing much worse now than it was, you know, when it was initially discovered, obviously. But like, just when people describe the stern, they often describe her as just shredded to ribbons, because that's exactly what it is. Everything is just a mess. It's so hard to make things out, you know? And it's interesting that a single wreck can be so different in those ways. All right, we're gonna turn the lights downward. Is this it?
Alright, I'm at the second class entrance. It's not in great shape.
The walls of the entrance are propping the equipment up, but it's leaning to port and unstable. Be careful not to get too close when taking the photograph.
Right.
Okay.
Done. Where to next?
Next up is the starboard A-deck crane, just aft of here. I've updated your map and mission log.
I'll head there now. I didn't realize any cranes survived on this.
This is so creepy. This is so scary. Oh my god.
Still attached.
Oh.
It was electric, like the other cranes on board, and was used to access the number 4 hatch on B-deck. The stern holds 4, 5, and 6 were mostly used for storing third-class baggage and refrigerated food supplies.
Right.
7:40 is iceberg time. So, 40 minutes away from iceberg time. There's actually a video that you can watch of the sinking, and if you start it like a minute before 7:40, you can watch the entire sinking in real time. Whoa, are we way high? Oh, I hate that, actually. I need to be back in there. I don't wanna, yeah, I don't want that for me. I need to be back in. It's not safe. It's not, being out in the middle of the water like that is not safe. Yeah, that was a bad time, Ty. We're descending.
All right, I'm at the crane. I'll get the camera ready.
Oh, God, that's so bad. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, I hate it. Okay, we need more light. We need more light on what we're doing, actually, is what we need. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna turn around a little, and we're gonna drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah. And we're gonna do some of this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. That's a little bit better. Okay. Okie dokie. That's still so very upsetting. But slightly less upsetting. God, this is horrifying. It's so scary.
Great. Onto the aft mast. Like the foremast, the aft mast has collapsed, but you'll see it's fallen to port and leaning over the edge of the B-deck hull.
Leaning to port? Was that from the impact?
The stern was spiraling as it landed, and everything shifted to port, including the upper decks. It's more noticeable from the starboard side, but you can see the C-deck second-class promenade windows don't line up with the lower deck walls by about 3
I'm glad
meters.
that I am entertaining.
I had no idea the impact was so violent.
Yeah. The stern was traveling at roughly 60 kilometers per hour when it hit the ground.
What do you mean you didn't know the impact was so violent?
As it spun, and the jagged edges of the exposed decks were folded back or peeled off. The implosion damage had blown out the walls and sides, so the upper decks were lacking supports and collapsed on top of each other as it landed. The only reason the stern has some structure now is the watertight bulkheads remain.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
The photograph has been taken. Is it just me, or does this mast look shorter than the foremast?
Yeah, this aft mast is slightly shorter than the foremast. Only the bottom section of both masts remains. The top 4.5 meters were teak and have since disintegrated.
Okay, what's next?
We're heading aft again. Over to the starboard side this time. I'll mark it on your map.
The way that I yeeted myself back into the boat as soon as we got that picture.
Moving towards a piece of decking, sticking up out of the collapsed decks. A loose section of the well deck fell fast enough that it managed to slice through the decks just forward of watertight bulkhead O.
Gosh. This is it's so eerie, guys. I cannot look down. Oh, God.
Exposed joists on top compose a threat for the ROV. Make sure you don't get too close.
Right, I'll keep my distance.
heebie-jeebies.
Done. Why is the decking here collapsed so much more than the port side?
This area suffered massive implosion damage. The stern still had pockets of air as it sank, and the outside pressure increased to a point where the surrounding water forced its way into these pockets.
Did you hear that?
The implosion was powerful enough to strip away all the cabin walls.
You already know all that, because I told you all of that at the beginning of stream. You guys already know these things.
Do you think that was the stern imploding?
Yeah, that's the current opinion. Ships don't go down quietly.
Okay, what's next?
We've been asked to recover a tile from the decking just aft of here. There is a small pile of tiles from the third-class general room, and we can grab one from the top of the pile.
Oh. Right here. I'm surprised they haven't made me go see the propellers yet. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm, like, itchy.
Okay, found the tile. I just need to pick it up by holding down either the left or right mouse button to interact.
Oh.
Okay, you should put the tiles in the Predator's storage then. Just open and close the menu again by pressing and releasing the info button. The tiles will appear in the ROV's inventory as a selectable item, and you'll have your hands free again.
Right. So, this tile was originally from the general room. Was that near here?
Yeah. The third-class general and smoking rooms were at the very
Hi,
back of the
Magata.
stern.
It's very scary.
We'll pass them as we head over to the port side propeller.
God damn it!
The general room was used as a covered communal space for families and friends to talk and enjoy music, similar to the open space in the bow. The smoking room next door was strictly for men and was somewhere they could relax.
I shouldn't have fucking said anything. I shouldn't have said anything.
Wanted a bit of fresh air,
I
they
shouldn't have
could
said
head out
anything.
onto the well deck.
How does it know? How did it hear me?
Wasn't limited to the top of the ship. The propellers were bent up at an angle of 20 degrees. The correct position of the propeller is 7 meters below ground level. The stern was traveling at about 60 to 80 kilometers per hour and spun 2.5 rotations before hitting the
I am,
ocean floor.
Seabass. I really am.
Decks were bent back, and the sides aren't connected. The sides must have come apart on the way down, because they're bent too
I
far
wish
out
Katie was
to be
still
damaged from the impact. The central propeller has been thought to be a 4-blade like Olympics, but Harland and Wolff records show a 3-blade was fitted to Titanic.
I might call her.
There are no photographs of Titanic's propellers, only Olympics.
I'm gonna call her really
The deck
quick.
was covered by the peeled back section, exposing the decks below. The well deck was damaged by implosions. Dr. Ballard left a remembrance plaque on the poop deck, next to a stern capstan.
Hey, baby. Can you, this is so stupid. Could you maybe be in chat for just a minute? They made me go investigate the stern, and I have to go photograph one of the propellers.
Oh boy, okay.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't have woken you up, except it's a propeller.
Well, okay, so what do you need?
Will you just be in chat for a minute while I go see it, just so I know that you're there?
Okay.
Thank you, I love you, I'm sorry.
Me too, it's okay. How's it all been going?
It's going good. Chat says hi.
Hi, chat.
Okay, thank you, baby.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Alright. I love you.
Oh, that's all you needed?
Yeah, I just need you to be in chat and be encouraging.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I'll be there in a second.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mwah. As soon as I said the stern section, she knew. I'm so scared. Guys, I don't know what it is about propellers, but there is something it gives me the most heaves. She good at rescuing. We do got this together, Seabass. We thank you. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Okay. This is fine. It's fine. This is fine. Okay. I just need one picture. Just one picture. Oh my God, why is it so bad? Oh, it's really scary. This is really bad. It's really scary. That didn't count! Why didn't that count? I want to go back. I want to go be back in there. Oh! Do I have to be closer? Okay. I gotta get the drone shadow out of there. I don't want.
Okay, Dr. Lynch. We are nearing the end of our dive. We have a couple of more tasks to complete before returning to the surface.
Right. What's next?
We have a special assignment from a company called VR Education, who are currently building a virtual
Thank
model
you,
of the
baby.
Titanic
You can go
shipwreck.
back to sleep
Whoa,
now.
the entire
I'm
wreck?
sorry.
Yeah. Well, most of it. They wanted to create the model so that new generations of kids and adults will be able
Thank
to
you,
explore the
Borka.
wreck
Thank you, Hannah.
long
Thank you,
after it's gone.
Seabass.
She's been sitting here on the bottom of the ocean for over a century now, and is expected to disappear by 2030, thanks to hungry bacteria eating at her hull and slowly dissolving her.
That's actually true.
Yeah, it really is sad. It'll soon be just a memory. But this sounds like a worthwhile project. What's the assignment they've asked for?
The developers at VR Education have asked us to place a plaque on the stern next to the one Dr. Ballard placed back in the 80s. The plaque is in your ROV inventory, ready to be placed.
Okay. Where's Dr. Ballard's plaque located?
Ballard placed the plaque between two roller fair leads on the extreme aft starboard side of the stern. I will mark the location on your map.
Thanks, Gene. Okay. I'm on my way now.
Okay. This is fine. Out we go. What? Where am I? Hello? Oh my God! It's the propeller! I left the ROV there! called it. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. I'm so strong. I'm so brave. I'm so powerful. Oh my god, that was so fucked up. That was so fucked up. Okay. Okay, this is easy. This is gravy. This last part, this is easy. Easy peasy. Just waiting for the ROV to get back, and then we'll place the plaque, and then we'll go away forever. Okay, there it is. It's here. Okay, that was it. Okay. Yeah, there's Robert Ballard's plaque.
I'm on location now. I can see Dr. Ballard's plaque.
In memory of those souls who...
Placed it, please take a photo so we can send it to the people at VR Education.
In memory of those souls who perished with the Titanic April 14th, 15th, 1912, dedicated to William H. Tantum, the fourth, whose dream to find the Titanic has been realized by Dr. Robert D. Ballard, the officers and members of the Titanic Historical Society, Inc., 1986.
Photo taken. The plaque reads, "This plaque is dedicated to the memory of all those who lost their lives on the sinking of RMS Titanic on the 15th of April, 1912. This plaque is located on the ship's final area of refuge before she plunged into the depths of the icy ocean. May those who perished find peace at their eternal destination."
Very poignant. It's sad to know that many of the victims on that tragic night spent their last few moments clinging to life in this very spot. It was the last part of Titanic to submerge.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it would have been like.
True.
This whole trip was a big honor. I feel like this one's gonna stick with me.
Me too. It was a pleasure guiding you on your dives, Dr. Lynch. I hope we can get to do this again someday.
Don't mention it. You performed brilliantly. Yeah, I think it's time to call it a day. Let's hope we get some funding to come back here in the future.
I'm sad we didn't get to see any rooms of, like, passengers.
Just hit the autopilot to return to the ship.
But yeah. But that's actually how they do it. You go out on, like, you have, like, a certain period of time that you're out there on your boat, and then you are doing multiple dives during that window. Sure are shifting a lot of boxes here. Titanic on deck. What? Titanic's hull is breached by a collision with an iceberg and is rapidly taking on water. Captain Smith has ordered women and children to lifeboats. Oh, is this automatically taking us into the other thing? Oh, might be. Sure are moving these blocks around. Look at those blocks. They're just moving and a grooving. Well, we might need to quit and reopen that again. We'll do a little bit of the syncing thing. And we'll do a little bit of that. Oh yeah, so that's exactly what was happening. It was starting that. Oh my
Women
God.
and children! This way! Women and children!
Head for that ship on the horizon. Transfer your passengers and tell their captain to come at once.
It's Captain Smith.
Require urgent.
Surely they can see our rockets, sir.
If they can, they are not responding. As quickly as you can.
Aye, aye, sir.
I can't move.
Quickly now! Women and children!
Quickly! The boats are leaving!
Daddy, where are we going?
Shh, love. We're going on a little adventure. We'll be back soon.
Over here. Let's try this one.
I'm afraid it's women and children only, sir.
Please, sir, can't you see my wife needs help with the children?
Sorry, sir. Captain's orders.
What the meaning of this? Is this a drill?
Only a precaution, sir. Everyone will be back aboard in good time.
John, I can't manage without
Golly.
you. I need you.
We'll just have to for now.
But
don't worry, Marie. I'll get on another boat.
Yeah.
You go ahead with the children.
Daddy, I don't want to go without you.
John, I don't see any men boarding lifeboats.
I'm sure there's other boats further down letting men board. Right, David, help your mother and sister board.
Yes, Dad.
I'm sorry, sir. Women and children only.
For God's sake, he's just a boy.
What age is he?
He's only 16.
He'll have to stay on board with the other men.
Oh,
God's
man.
sake,
Do something, John.
is there nothing you can do? My wife can't manage alone.
I'm afraid not, sir. Captain's orders.
Hey, the officers are letting the boys leave on the other side. You must hurry.
Thanks, friend. Marie, take the baby. Look after Emily. We'll get on another boat. Emily, Daddy loves you very much. Be good
This
to your mother
is
and sister. We'll see you
desperately
again soon.
sad.
Daddy, don't go. You have to come with us. We won't be able to find you.
Shush now, love. You're going on the boat with your mom and your sister. We'll be along shortly, I promise.
Daddy, I don't want to go.
Women and children.
Go straight to the next boat.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you must to get aboard. Do you understand?
I will, Ma'am, I will. Don't worry.
Mind him, John.
Right, Emily. Time to go. Be brave.
No.
Here,
No,
Emily,
Daddy,
go.
please.
You have
I
to
want
go with your mother.
you.
Go.
Please let me go with
No.
you. Dad,
You'll be all right.
Please.
Be good, child. We'll see you soon.
We'll head straight for another boat.
Women and children. Final call.
Right, it's time to go.
No. No. I miss my daddy. No.
Trying to see if I can fix the colors at all.
Ready to ropes.
Bye. Bye, Emily. Bye, Marie.
Row it away.
There, there, sweetheart. They'll be fine.
Oh, God.
My daughter was the same growing up.
Oh,
Father's
God.
favorite.
Do you believe there's any real danger?
Oh, no, dear. I saw men locking the watertight doors as I left my cabin. I'm sure we will be back on board soon.
Hey, how do we get to the lifeboats?
We can't get up on the deck.
Oh, dear.
Do the steerage have their own boats?
I don't know. There should be boats in the third-class decks, but I haven't seen it.
Surely there must be extra boats kept elsewhere. Otherwise, how
Yeah.
can our passengers leave the ship?
How's your ankle, Helen? You took quite a tumble boarding the boat.
Swollen. I think it may be broken.
Oh dear. When we get back on board, Dr. Locken can look over it. At least this could make an interesting story for your next novel.
Yes, well, perhaps this type of adventure novel would best suit Colonel Gracie.
Oh, I do hope Father is safe. Surely he'd be safer on board the Titanic than here in this boat. Yes, well, this is not quite the ending to our adventure that I was expecting. Do you remember Father's face when we arrived?
Steady forward and lower away astern.
Steady forward.
Holy.
Hold off! We can't manage this boat with only one seaman.
Are there any sailors aboard? Present yourselves. This boat needs another hand. I am a yachtsman, sir. I can row. If you're seaman enough to get onto that boat, you can go. Swing over that loose rope. Ready?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy. Seriously?
There, by the oarlock. Thank you. Ready! Lower away! Lower together.
It's so dreadfully cold tonight.
Almost there, Mother.
How long must we sit in these boats?
Till morning. Be glad you're in here and not up there.
I wasn't a pleasant man.
Mass was lovely this morning.
How nice the captain attended.
Yes, this is his last journey commanding a ship.
Such
5 more
beautiful
minutes.
ship to retire with. There was a planned lifeboat drill this morning. We postponed it so the captain could attend mass instead.
Oh, perhaps that explains why the sailors on the deck seemed almost unprepared when lowering this lifeboat.
And why our lifeboat has only 3 sailors.
Yes, this whole affair has been managed rather badly. I shall be making a complaint when we come aboard Titanic.
Help! I'm trapped! Help! Help!
Mommy, I'm scared.
Shh, it'll be fine.
Get ready to release the ropes.
Aye, aye, sir.
We're in. Jesus.
Water coming in.
Get that plug in. The boat will founder.
I have it.
You there. Stand on that plug. Make sure it doesn't come out.
Well, I never.
Man the oars. We need to leave this ship. Her suction will pull us under.
I'm not sure that he would have said that at that point because I'm not sure they really knew that it was really going down at this point.
Towards the lights on the horizon, just off the port bow.
You know what I mean?
Hold! Put your backs into it.
We can help row.
No, the men will row.
I can steer the rudder.
That's one of the other things, though, about all of this is they, like the morning before, they had a lifeboat drill, but, like, nobody showed up, and people just got in and then got back out of the boats. They never tried to lower them away, like, none of that.
He's so soft.
A baby!
While we're on this boat.
Yes, Mom.
I should have stayed on deck with Krieg.
No, it was good of you to join us in the boat.
Quig wouldn't have allowed you to stay on deck.
I'm sure we will be back on deck shortly. Never mind that sailor.
This is all real, though. People really thought that. Like, the boat sunk slow enough that, like, it wasn't necessarily super noticeable at first. So unless you were down there and saw the water rushing in and, like, were stuck down there, it wasn't as noticeable. And so people really thought they'd just be getting right back on the boat.
Thank you.
You know?
It looks like some boats don't have their lanterns lit.
And all the stars. The sky is beautiful tonight.
Look at them all around.
This is wrong!
Supplies in this boat.
There's nothing. No water.
You weren't there, sir.
Any blankets?
It was a moonless night. You did not exist.
There are a few here.
This is a lie. This here, this guy here, he's a liar. He wasn't there.
Officer, look.
Sorry, so sorry. I can't swim.
Coward. Get over there and start rowing.
I can't. I broke my arm. That's why I can't swim. Please, sir. Please stay. I'm begging you. I don't stand a chance up there.
Sit down then. You're lucky I haven't thrown you overboard.
Here you are.
Thank you.
So there's the bow, and that's the stern. So you can see the stern is raising up a little bit, and the bow is sinking.
Thanks.
You can tell by the like slight angle of the lights.
Keep that baby warm.
You know.
Thank you.
Yeah, go to bed, Moon.
Yes, Mom.
You weren't here. You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't see any of this.
Do you have children yourself?
Yes, my daughter is at our home. I wonder if the others made it to the boats.
I hope they did. The boats must be all in the water by now.
Do you have family on board?
No. Our colleagues in the a la carte restaurant.
We were allowed to go up to the boats, but the men are being held in the second-class dining hall.
Oh, that's dreadful. Why aren't they allowed up to the boats?
They have to wait until all the passengers have left the ship.
This is another thing, actually.
And the head chef. So they might have been let
So, Captain Smith ordered women and children first. That was the order he gave. But a number of the crew interpreted it as women and children only. And so a ton of lifeboats launched without being full. Because they thought it was women and children only. It was just like, there are so many things that just went wrong, you know?
The women should be allowed to row. No. Rowing will keep us warm and we'll reach that ship in half the time.
I agree. The movement will warm us.
I am in charge of this boat. The women are not to row.
Oh my. Look at the angle of our ship.
But it's unsinkable. Surely?
She'll sink.
But the watertight doors should keep her afloat.
We only cleansed the iceberg. Surely she isn't that damaged?
She'll founder. It's just a matter of time.
What about those naughty lifeboats?
The thing about ship sinking, once you've watched enough videos, is you realize it goes very slowly typically until it doesn't, and then it goes very fast. So pretty soon, like in the next few seconds, the lights should all be going out. Titanic has struck the iceberg 112 years ago today. And then the first funnel will start to fall once the water comes up to the base, because the funnels were actually quite thin. And once the water is up, yep, here it goes. First funnel goes. The band did stay. Lights go. And the lights went out before that happened, actually.
There's nothing we can do.
And then goes the stern.
You must go back. No. Go back, then we'll stop the boat. People are dying. Can you not hear them?
It's our lives now, not theirs. There's nothing there but a lot of sticks.
People are still alive.
We aren't going back. That's final.
I hope you will be able to live with yourself after this.
What about Daddy?
Yep. Yeah, it's tragic. I don't think there's a world in which everyone could have been saved, but there is certainly a world in which a lot more people lived. Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, I think that's gonna be the end of Strem for tonight. Let me see if I can find somebody to raid. I wonder if anybody else is playing this game. Probably not. Oh, someone's playing Titanic Honor and Glory. But I didn't think it was out. Are they playing... the demo? Because I'm pretty sure it's not out. Huh. Well, we'll raid this fellow. They look nice. So, if you could drop my raid phrase into his chat so he knows who sent you, that would be great. It is, do I have any mods in right now? It is Who Let the Pups Out, Who. I have a version for those of you who are subbed, one for those of you who are not. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I appreciate you, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Good night, friends. Bye, everyone.